Hello, this is ESPNcricinfo Newsroom. I'm Shamya Dasgupta, and I've got Nagraj, Gollapudi, and Wasim Jaffer with me. I'll be discussing the big new development around IPL 2024. Hardik Pandya, who's now back with Mumbai Indians, you're aware of that, has been named the team's captain. Rohit Sharma continues to be with the team, but as an ordinary player. He might not be an ordinary player, but he's certainly not captain or in an official leadership position at the moment. Nagraj, Gollapudi, was this always on the cards once Hardik sort of moved back to Mumbai Indians?
I think the surprising thing for me personally was the pace at which it happened. This was always meant to happen. We know that that's the reason Hardik was secured via trade from Gujarat Titans, despite him being the captain there, and he was long identified as Rohit's successor. But the pace at which, and so that is the intriguing part, whether Rohit decided voluntarily that would step down, and uh, this could be part of the transition where he could help Hardik to settle down in the job this season rather than wait for next season. That is something that I couldn't confirm it, but highly likely that could be part of the talks that might have happened leading into the decision.
Wasim, Hardik, captain, I don't think anyone can have a problem with that. He doesn't have years of pedigree as a captain, but certainly with Gujarat Titans and the few times he's led India, he's done remarkably well.
He has, yes. Uh, I don't think he's captained anywhere other than Gujarat Titans. I don't think he's captained his state side as well. But the season that he captained, he did really well. There were a lot of question marks over his, uh, performances because he was coming after a long layoff. How he would captain in a new franchise. He'll bat at number four. I think he answered all those in that first season. Even in the second season, I thought he did well. But I'm surprised that MI has moved from Rohit Sharma so early, like Nagraj has said, which has happened so quickly. I'm also a little surprised when they did the trade. That was communicated probably to Hardik that he's going to come in as a captain. But whether it was communicated to Rohit, I don't know, because there are a couple of guys who were pretty hopefuls of becoming the captains. One is Surya Kumar Yadav, who's captaining Indian team. Uh, he's another guy who's probably look for an opportunity because now he's captain and captain really well. And Jasprit Bumrah as well. He's captain India in the test. So I hope it has communicated really well. It was going to happen, but to happen it straight away in this season, I'm a little surprised.
You just about touched upon it. Fact that Hardik was being groomed. Rohit now plays under Hardik. Rohit, of course, officially still the Indian all format captain. I mean, he might not be playing T20Is, but he is the captain. And now he plays under someone we could call his protege. Now, I mean, among the three of us, obviously, you're the only one who's experienced dressing rooms, experienced teams, and so on. And obviously, captains playing under younger players as well. You've experienced that as well.
Mm.
How does that play out? How does that work out?
And I think first of all, I think it depends on how Rohit thinks. Sometimes I feel captaining in an IPL franchise can be very, it can be a very fatigue thing because you're on the road. The franchise owners, even though he's been playing for Mumbai for a long time, he knows everyone in and out. But even then, when MI does have a bad game or have a few bad games, the pressure comes onto you. So in a sense, it can be a little bit of relief that you are not in that job, and it's little easier. You just focus on your batting. Knowing Rohit really well, sometimes the stress of captaining in an IPL can be, has got to him when they didn't had a successful season. It can get to him, and it doesn't surprise me that it reflect on his batting. He's had a very lean couple of seasons, so he probably would have wanted, the captainship being taken away from him. He can just focus on his batting. The interesting thing is whether he's going to captain in the T20 World Cup. That is going to be seen because then again, he's captain and Hardik plays under him. So how does that happen? But I sometimes feel him not being captain in IPL is a good thing for him, because just the World Cup has happened, and what has happened, India was expected to win. Uh, so saying that, I think he'll be happy that he's not in charge, and somebody who's been there, who's led a franchise to a championship, is coming in, and he's going to do it for few seasons.
All right. So before wrapping up, both of you, a quick last word on the challenges Hardik might face at Mumbai Indians now. Who wants to go first? Nagraj, you go first.
I think, as Wasim has personally experienced, the key is once you're a long-term captain or have been captain for and been a successful captain at one franchise or a team, and then to play under another captain, that sort of it takes a little while to settle down, I guess. I don't know. We spoke about Hardik now leading a set of players like Bumrah and Suryakumar Yadav, and then Rohit also. Uh, as much as he would expect support from all of them and the coaching staff, it's dealing with these guys and dealing with all kinds of egos within the dressing room and ensuring that they perform to their best is going to be in simple terms, the primary challenge. At Gujarat, the difference I feel, as far as Hardik, the captain, goes at GT and at MI, is that at GT he had a sort of free he had a free pass in that sense of what he wanted to do he could do because it was a new franchise. There were not many expectations, whereas he comes back to a franchise that actually that kind of groomed him and supported him and made him the player he is today. But the expectations were very high because this is a franchise which is one of the most popular and the richest and wants to win at all costs and all the time. So how does he deal with that? So that, I think, is that twin challenge for Hardik.
So how does he deal with that, Wasim?
Well, I think first of all, when he played for Mumbai Indians, he was one of the key bowlers. Not the key bowlers, but he was somebody who used to bowl 3 or 4 overs. Lately, we have seen he reluctantly does that. Even at GT, he picks three seamers and he's the fourth seamer, or sometimes he doesn't bowl. So getting that combination right, and obviously getting those players in MI is going to be critical. What number does he bat? He prefers to bat at number 4 in GT. They've got Surya Kumar Yadav, they've got Tilak Verma there, even Ishan Kishan, even though Ishan Kishan opens the batting. Where does he bat now? Whether he gives them those guys the numbers, he bats at number 5, or he gets somebody else, or probably Tilak Verma bat at 5. So that's going to be seen. I think settling into MI is not going to be a big question, not a big problem, I would say, because quite a few guys he's played with. There's no Kyron Pollard or Lasit Malinga, the guys who he played under. So all the other guys, he'll probably used to it. How he obviously accommodates Rohit, again, that is not going to be an issue if it's been communicated well. I don't think that's going to be an issue. Getting a captainship of Rohit Sharma is not a small thing. So starting again and obviously staying fit for the whole season, that is going to be a big question mark for Hardik. So that is going to be interesting thing to look out for.